I just get so excited when I'm recording this stuff, sometimes I end up yelling too much. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. Zoom and enhance. You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Am I going to get penalized for these as well, I wonder? You're right. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. Your hasty Yankee taps never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Okay, it doesn't look like I am anymore. It's just for that one section. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Gasp. I've got doubts about your camera too. Was it really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the... Of course I do. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know, the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying it was that you saw Edgeworth? No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah? Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. You know, I was just thinking, like, cameras have focal points. I don't know, maybe it's digital so it could adjust, but I would think on a professional camera like this, you would manually set your focus. And so the odds of them being centered in the picture and in focus seem kind of low to me. Just a thought. I guess, you know, with the fog that thick, it doesn't necessarily have to be in focus. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Okay, so I gotta figure out exactly where to hit. So there's 4 spots. I've already pressed pretty much on everything. I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe that's it. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? Says me. I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof. Big oof. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Well, that would be the lake photo. Right? Well, Your Honor, what do you think? I think I'm confused. I'm clearly an idiot. Wrong again, Mr. Wright. So very wrong. You can't get through this one with your weak bluffs. Your Honor, enough playing around. Here's the real evidence. Enough playing around is my line, Mr. Wright. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Was it Gordy? I think it's not Gordy. Oh, it is. This is what you're trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof for something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have proof. I have it, proof. Intriguing. Very well. Let's see it. No joking around this time, please. Here's proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster. I don't know about this one. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Oh, maybe. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove. It's nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succulently said, so what? Changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Uh-oh, he seems nervous. Gonna have to start forging some evidence pretty soon. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture like that. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. That's a strange thing. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Ha! Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright, because arbitrary rules, am I right? There's no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Are you sure about that? Maybe you really are. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm half... what? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a man or anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging out in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO! That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing in the local news Rumor of the Month show qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. Whoops, I didn't even press that one. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a friend at a university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? Only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all it was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. I love how every witness in this game is just awful at keeping their mouth shut. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What do I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies, pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Oh, was it another gunshot maybe? Maybe that's what I need to focus on. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass. Nobody was on the shore neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Alright. So she heard 2 gunshots. But there was only 1 bullet, right? Oof, maybe not. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure it followed. Clearly contradicts the, I thought. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. I don't think that won me any points at the judge. Let me, save really quick, just in case. I could see this going badly here. Does it allow you to, go back to that save at some point? Or is that like one of those saves where it only saves when you leave the game? Oh, so that was fired 3 times, it says. I didn't notice that. Although I don't think this was the point to present that at. I guess we'll find out in a second. The problem is I kind of feel like I don't have, like, you know, I can only mess up once here. I wonder why the pistol was fired 3 times. Maybe the autopsy? Nope. She said she heard 2 shots, but he only got shot once. That's what I'm trying to attack with there. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Whoops. Okay, so it does save. That's good. I do still only have two options here. Do I need to press again, I wonder? She's an investigative photographer. That's all she was hiding. Is there anything else maybe she's hiding? Nope. Alright, well, seeing as that I'm kind of on my last straw, I'm just going to look it up really quick. Hold on. Okay, gotcha. So it looks like the point we need to attack was, I'm wondering, is like, it seems like if you're actually there for Gordy, you wouldn't have paid attention to the boat, and we need to use the Gordy article on that. Which makes sense. That wasn't the thing that I was thinking about, but it makes sense now that I think about it. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. I was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you were far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah! Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Gasp! Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Zoom and enhance. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But she really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to zoom and enhance the photo. She said it'll drop the quality, it might, but it should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Getting a little sweaty over there, Karma? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Zoom and enhance. Wow, that didn't help a lot. We still cannot see who is firing in this. Could be the defendant. Or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. He was real hard on not getting us to see that, which means it's probably dreadfully important. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo. Somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Let me take a quick look at it. I actually wanted to look at it a bit more. Almost like it might have been taken from a different angle or something, I don't know. It is a little bit weird. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? We're gonna save real quick because there's a good chance that that is gonna go way bad. I guess I probably should say before I start screwing everything up in the future. Okay. Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. I'm not sure what it is myself. I don't know, let's just pick something. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand! That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Ah, that's it. Okay, there we go. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down a little, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it is not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Well, as I've learned, that is not the job of the defense attorney to prove who did it, just to prove that their client had reasonable doubt that they didn't. Case closed. let's go get some hamburgers. But no, we must figure out exactly who did it. Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Oh boy, we're gonna get in trouble here real quick. Oh, is it worth the time waste? No, it's not. The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. It would have been worth it if I had more chances, let's just say that. Oh, crap. Dropped my pen. Order! Order! So, you're saying the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed. That does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at what she was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. In a boat? How long is this boat? I guess if you're standing on, like, opposite ends. I just feel like a meter away is kind of the point where you stop talking to another person and you start having to, like, do kind of like a hey, how you doing over there? Like, not quite a yell, but it's certainly projecting your voice a lot more. A meter? That's 3 feet, you know, for you crazy people in your yards and your feet. There's no way it could have been a suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Great. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Angry. That is all. The court is adjourned. Bet Karma's never had the proceedings go on for longer than a day. We're ruining his record. Oh, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No. I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Back. Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, Edgeworth. Jerk. I read, oh man, why can't I say that word? Requisition, there we go. Okay, that I don't know why I was struggling right there. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. I'm sure that's going to come up. The fact that she only heard 2 bangs, but it appears the gun made 3 shots. And of course, the guy was killed with 1 bullet, I think, right? That's all we've got right now? I think. Alright. Some mild computer problems aside, hopefully we'll get back to this soon. If it does prove to be stable like it seems like it has been, then that would mean that my SSD, which wasn't new when I bought it, by the way, it was part of the refurbished computer that I bought, is bad. Now that I think about it, maybe I should do a test on that. Anyway, so that's going to be all for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Bye.